Okay, so today we're reacting to yet more issues at Nijisanji. We can reset the counter of um, of the days before Nijisanji is in trouble or in any controversy to zero again. Let's take a look.
Well guys, I say it every time. At this point, it's a catchphrase, but Nijisanji, otherwise known as Any Color, their parent company, is truly the gift that keeps on giving.
40% loss in 1 year is crazy as well. You know nothing about VTubers. What happened? So apparently, I believe from what I've seen so far, from what I heard, that one of the creators at Nijisanji was being very like not aggressive, but like had like sexually charged messages to a lot of people, like girls in the company as well as people outside of the company, and they felt uncomfortable and they reached out to Nijisanji to like let him like talk to him about it, and they didn't do anything yet so far, and it kept happening. So a lot of people were like really upset about it, and some people spoke out, and some people graduated because of that. So it seems like that's the case, but we can take a closer look here.
The downfall of this company ever since the beginning of this year has been unprecedented. It's hard to believe that back in June 2022, Any Color used to be worth $1.2 billion. Yes,
yeah, they've been crazy.
Right. Billion, 1.2
it's like
billion.
They take L's
and
left
yes,
and right, like every single day.
Seems like it's crazy. But the company has since then lost more than half of their entire value. And what's even worse for investors is that there is zero.
I wonder what caused this spike right here for them to go from, this was like 2023, so like 2022. I guess it's still COVID times or something, because maybe they got a lot of cool announcements, cool VTubers starting or something, because it's a huge rise, and then going back down crazy.
For recovery. The downfall of Nijisanji started in the beginning of 2024, back around February, when it turned out that one of their beloved talents tried to evaporate her soul out of her body, if you get what I mean, mainly due to the very toxic work culture at Nijisanji. This was a very big shock because prior to this, Nijisanji was seen as one of the top VTubing agencies on the planet. No one saw this coming. It didn't take long for us to see how toxic they were internally though, because instead of apologizing, Nijisanji
they doubled down. They're like, it's her problem, and then I believe they took over one of the people's streams with like black screen, and they just had like other creators from the same like team from the same company, like basically shit on her and like say that it's kind of her fault, like she's been a bad person. We basically kind of like badmouth her. It's kind of crazy. So then FOMO came, which was a huge phase. Yeah, that might be the case.
She put up some of their top VTubers to do a black screen stream, pretty much blaming the VTuber who almost lost their life and getting
crazy.
Massive hate for it. This was truly the beginning of the end for Nijisanji, and they have screwed up so many times throughout this year that I had to create a playlist full of videos of them doing dumb shit. But even with all that, we've never truly reached a point.
9 months, 7. Okay, so it's been the 2-month break. Okay. 2 months, 1 month, 1 month. And I guess 3 months. Okay, 2. Okay, huh. So yeah, every couple months they make it another issue. It's kind of crazy.
Like the one we found ourselves in today. A VTuber currently working for Nijisanji decided to reach out to Fallside in order to...
Oh yes, so I did react to this video offline, but I wasn't sure, I wanted to wait a little bit because in case, this news and this source was not like legit or was not truthful or something like that. I wanted to wait a couple of days and I kind of forgot to upload it. But this is the beginning of the thing where someone from Nijisanji actually reached out to them, to Fallside, and talked about their experience with the person we're going to talk about this time.
Leaked the fact that there's currently a predator within Nijisanji's ranks and that they are covering for him. There are many victims here, both inside and outside of Nijisanji, and the stakes have never been higher. We need to talk about this, so let's do it. But first, a quick sponsor. Ever wondered what would happen if we combined the amazing art style in League of Legends with an old school MMO game? Well, no need to wonder anymore, because that's what Core Punk is all about. With many classes and different subclasses at your disposal, you
Looks
can
like World
make
of
the
Warcraft.
character that suits your playstyle the best. This is a fully voiced 18+ game that has no hand-holding. If you've played any MMOs or MOBAs before, you will feel right at home.
Interesting.
You will have a lot of progression ahead of you in terms of leveling up your talents and your weapon masteries. There are also many professions such as alchemy. And let's not forget the amazing mounts and pets that you can earn through gameplay. So you'll be busy. Look, if you're interested in a massive game ran by an independent studio, click the link in the description or the pinned comment to pre-order the game and be able to play today in early access. Thank you so much, Artificial Core, for sponsoring this video. So Astro Arcadia is a male VTuber that's part
First
of
of all,
Nijisanji.
when I had the previous video, I thought this was a girl, personally speaking. I'm sorry. It's just kind of like, looks like just like a cute waifu. Apparently not. So what we are looking here, so there's been Arconyx another drama with Nijisanji. You might know of them because of the Slantatsuki issue that's been going on, where basically one of the VTubers had such a bad experience with the company, like kind of toxic experience with the company, that she actually tried to self-delete, and then the company kind of blamed her for that, and they doubled down. They're like, nope, that's her issue, and they didn't do anything. So ever since there have been a lot of drama in this company. I believe they lost or not lost, but they had like 20 something people graduating from Nijisanji in this year, meaning they left the company. So kind of crazy. And now today we're having yet another drama. So that's that.
Niji's English branch. Nijisanji will introduce new VTubers in waves, and Astro was part of the iLuna wave alongside 5 other VTubers.
Ooh, this girl's nice. I like this one. The design's nice. She reminds me of a character from what's it called? Not I want to say it's Zone Zero. No, it's not Zone Zero. It's oh my god, it's kind of Danganronpa, but it's called something else. Zero Time Dilemma. Okay, 1 second. Let me do it. I'm sorry. Zero Time Dilemma, and we got characters. This girl, kinda. Guess you can see much. Basically, there's oh yeah, she's right here. If only, here you go. Guess you can kind of see it. So this girl, I forgot her name, but she kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, Dojinshi type girl. I guess so. I guess so.
They debuted in summer
I have a type.
2022.
I'm sorry.
Back in February of 2024, as the disaster surrounding Selen was happening, Raziel Warmonic, who used to be
Scarlet? Not sure. Wait, let me see the character names. But Mira? Her name is Mira, I believe. Yeah, that's just like a gal design. Oh, VTuber name. Oh, sorry. Scarlet. I've never actually heard of them. I need to take a look.
moderator of Luca Kaneshiro, a massive Nijisanji fan. Back in February of 2024, as the disaster surrounding Selen was happening, Raziel Warmonic, who used to be a moderator of Luca Kaneshiro, a
I think we know about. Yeah. I mean, probably do. I don't really watch too many VTubers. Actually, what I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of, or I guess it happened like a month ago. There's been a whole collaboration with I don't think it was Nijisanji. I think it was Hololive. They had their own private, or was it VShojo? I don't remember, but they had a GTA server for a week, which is really nice. Isn't really, yeah. I'm not. Oh, hello Azuki. Sorry, I haven't seen you. Haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? But I was saying that the basically they had a lot of clips from that event in GTA, and I've been watching a lot of those clips and enjoying a lot of like Japanese VTubers from there. My top pick right now is the what's their name? The Bao Bao girls. Not Koroneko. Holy moly, I can't think of him. Fumoko. Thank you. Yes, Fumoko. Yes, I have been watching like a bunch of YouTube videos of them syncing together, like because they're twins, I think, IRL, and they talk in like unison sometimes. It's very, very cute. Yeah. those ones. It's very freaking cute. And I've been like stuck on loop watching them because they're really chaotic in the scene. At least in GTA, they were like drive. They were, I think they were doing a job of, I think, ambulance workers in the hospital, working in the hospital, and they go in and they try to like, pick people up that died, or that, like, their HP went to zero. They pick them up and drive them to the hospital. A lot of times they would crash into other people or do things like that. It's kind of cute. It's nice. But yeah, anyways, all right. Back to the topic. But yeah, I don't really know too much about a lot of the VTubers. I've been following it too closely, but hope you guys don't mind that.
Massive Nijisanji English VTuber put out a tweet saying not to add fuel to the fire, but since I was close to a member of Nijisanji for a long time, I am absolutely not surprised it's starting to crumble. I was vented to about a male member from iLuna, sorry I can't remember which, this was a voice convo from over a year ago, that was harassing and guilt-tripping new girls to the point that other members would go quiet or exclude them from their voice chats. Yet management apparently did nothing and the members themselves had to self-regulate.
Is that what?
She then added, I just got confirmation from another individual, it was Aster. I will not name who told me this, no more witch hunts.
Okay.
There were
So it was
3 male
Aster.
members in iLuna, and she had confirmed that she was talking specifically about Aster. Nijisanji was already under a lot of fire. This was definitely fuel to the fire. A day later, on 4chan, DMs between Aster and
4chan.
Scarla leaked. Scarla is another well-known VTuber, also part of the iLuna wave, debuting with Aster. This conversation was painful and awkward to read. Aster was bickering about voice chat etiquette, and Scarla did not know how to respond except for saying sorry repeatedly. Saying, Aster, I'm sorry, I'm just overwhelmed by everything, I'm sorry I hurt you, I'm sorry I forget everything, I'm just overwhelmed by the messages. I don't know what to say to you, that's why I didn't respond right away, I'm not ignoring you, I just don't know what to say, I'm sorry. There was also another conversation in which she says, I'm sorry Aster, I keep making you feel this way, with him replying, I mean, is that it?
Yeah.
Like, what else do you want, man? She's apologizing. And then within the span of 30 minutes, he kept pushing over and over and over, not getting a reply, and saying, seriously, so you're purposefully ignoring me? It was clear that this DM leak was trying to make him look bad, right? Because all Scarla was doing was apologize, and he wasn't letting it go. It was certainly matching
crazy.
the
Some people
description
are just
that
weird.
Raziel had provided about Aster. Guilt-tripping me.
So one of the Nijisanji and the VTubers that didn't support the black screen video they put out. Oh, I see. That's cool. Okay, I definitely have to take a look, check out her streams and stuff. Her design is very nice, at least.
Girls and even harassing them. Knowing that this was 4chan though, many people were concerned that these were just fake. I mean, who's gonna leak this? Scarla? That would be an easy way for her to get fired. And Aster? Why would he make himself look bad? But then, something weird happened. On the same day those 4chan messages leaked, both Aster and Scarla posted matching hearts at the same exact timestamp.
Oh yeah, I think what happened is the company itself, I think they own everything. They own the character. They own your socials as well. So they can post anything they want as well, I believe. How much is mommy time, but she doesn't give mommy vibes? Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe I'll be disappointed.
To stream together completely unprompted, right? Typically they post weekly schedules telling their viewers what they're going to do on their channels. This was not announced. This had happened all of a sudden on the same day. This made some people suspicious. Like, why would you go this far to do all these things right after the messages leaked on 4chan? Are you trying to hide something? Did Nijisanji put you up to this to try and hide the fact that you guys have a terrible relationship? It smelled fishy, but there was not enough proof to really conclude anything, so people moved on. That was, of course, until April 2024, when Raziel, who was Luca Kaneshiro's ex-mod, posted a 58-page document detailing her experience with him and how he was entitled, exploitative, and abusive towards her, as well as other members within Nijisanji. This is where, on page 55, she would include this bombshell under allegations. Here's what she had to say. Aster Arcadia harassing other coworkers. I can confirm that Luca Kaneshiro said that multiple girls were coming to him about the issue since management wouldn't do anything, and he discussed it with both Illyra and I. Illyra being Illyra Pandora, another Nijisanji English VTuber. She then continues, I personally told him to gather as much evidence as possible and bring it to management since it shouldn't be there, Luca's and Illyra's job, to regulate this issue. To my understanding, nothing was done about it. She also showed a message that was sent to her by a Nijisanji English VTuber saying, to help you with clarity, I remember that incident, it was Aster. This was back during February 7th when Raziel had tweeted about the fact that someone from Iluna was harassing and guilt-tripping new girls. When she said, "I just got confirmation from another individual that it was Aster," she was referring to that VTuber who had DM'd her on Twitter. This of course was a very serious accusation, but people were mostly focused on Luka Kaneshiro being a weirdo in these 58 pages.
Yeah, there's been like so many people in Nijisanji, they're just weirdos. And Nijisanji, like the management doesn't do anything themselves. Seems like they're, yeah, it's whatever, they're making money, so, let's milk them for however long we can. And then, I guess the company just kind of die or something. It's kind of crazy. But it is kind of interesting to see that the company is still alive and kicking, and they only lost like, what, 50% of their stock roughly? So there's still 50 to go.
Rather than really
Crazy.
pursuing this, because other than this random Twitter DM, we didn't really have concrete proof. And besides, people were more interested with how Luka beat his meat in VR chat without Raziel's consent anyway. I mean, the shock value from that alone was crazy. It made people slowly forget about the Astra allegations. However, that all changed just a few days ago on December 6th, 2024. That was the day that Fallside had published this video titled Exclusive.
Tell me that was bad, what more bad reputation? I guess so. I guess you're right. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, so yeah, I did react to this video. I'm not sure if I should post it or not. Like I guess I can publish it and then publish this one as well. But they might kind of overlap as well.
English VTuber speaks out
Suggested
against
more info, so
Nijisanji
maybe I'll just do
English
this one.
Liver. He had done something unprecedented. A Nijisanji VTuber had reached out to him from within the company to tell him that yes, Astro Arcadia is a serial harasser. This was the same Nijisanji English VTuber who had messaged Raziel and told her, "I remember that incident, it was Aster." Also sharing some never before seen DMs she had sent Raziel, like, "A lot of people waited for you to tell the truth for a while because it had been an issue, so I'm happy you finally did. Do not worry about those that are sending hate. This truth in the long run will help so many people." He then shared messages of that Nijisanji English VTuber venting back in September about Aster's behavior, saying, "When I had a mental breakdown and went to Twitch, it was because Aster was saying like he wants to fly me out to Japan, saying weird sexual shit, sex pesting my friends. I went to management, they wouldn't even speak to him. I was really considering graduating. They were really considering leaving the company over this, but their manager talked them out of it. They then said, because it feels gross to me, like I feel like I'm hiding his behavior because it's not just me, it's many, many girls. A lot of my friends." Also adding that
it takes like one person to sabotage the entire company, but it seems like in this case there's like so many people that do like bad people or like people that do bad PR and everything else, just like kind of ruin everyone else's experience at the company. Kind of crazy. Pestering someone when you wanna John Pork when they're like, I see, okay. I guess that makes sense. I just never heard the term, honestly speaking. Maybe I'm just too innocent for that.
Nijisanji was too scared to take any action because they didn't want more bad PR after everything that had happened this year. The name of this Nijisanji VTuber, who is a victim of Astro Arcadia, wasn't revealed in this video. Now obviously there were people doubting the source of information, saying why would you want to censor the name? Revealing it would add so much more weight to these accusations.
Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be legal allegations. Actually, I guess, would there be? Because I'm not sure if, like, is this actually illegal? Maybe technically it's not. But, because if someone just talks to you and they're being weird, it's not, I don't know. But basically there's going to be probably some legal ramification about badmouthing the company, especially in Japan, because basically in Japan the laws are, from what I understand, if you slandering law is, if you slander someone, meaning you say like, okay, that person is a bad person because of XYZ, even if the claims are true, you're still going to get in trouble because you slander them because, you put their name in the dirt or something. It's kind of crazy. Illegal if they didn't physically do anything, I think. Probably not. That's my understanding too. But I think it's probably done because you want to protect the source and also legal ramifications in terms of like Japan laws. Because I think it's a Japanese company, so they can do whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get more info.
In order to understand that, we have to yet again go back to 4chan. A little while ago, a bunch of different messages leaked on 4chan between that one Nijisanji English VTuber who had reached out to Fallside and a handful of
What's this
their
matter about?
friends. Some of these messages were from that VTuber stream chat, but the majority were from Discord DMs. There were some morbid revelations, like how this VTuber was straight up in debt because Nijisanji had withdrawn all the VTuber model costs and the equipment costs from their salary. So after a long time being there, they still have not gotten a proper salary, barely affording
That's crazy,
to
man.
eat. Truly an incredible company to work at. But what these logs allow us to do is to cross-reference the messages shown in Fallside's video to the messages here. For example, if we take the message he wants to fly me out to...
Is it false I or false ID? Does anyone know? Like in terms of like ID? Or, but anyways, sorry.
Japan,
Just random
we
thing.
find it right here following the same timestamp that was shown in the Discord logs in Fallside's
False ID? Okay. Thank you.
video. I have no idea who leaked this, but these logs paint a very dark picture about the worries this VTuber had of even revealing this information to the public. Look, the topic of Aster came up multiple times in these conversations, and at some point, one of the friends of this Nijisanji English VTuber wanted them to expose the harassment that they had endured from Aster to the public. They expressed shock when the VTuber was reluctant, saying, "I thought they don't fucking fire people? Like I was under the impression it literally can't happen." With the Nijisanji VTuber then saying, "If you do something bad enough." The friend said, "But
That's
you are
not bad enough.
unironically a victim. Fuck them, you did nothing wrong at all. Why are we even scared? They treat you like shit. Some creep harasses you. You get fired? Question mark? Make that make sense."
Yep.
With the VTuber saying, "That's why it's 50-50. They either ignore it or fire me." So this
Yeah, it's
Nijisanji English
freaking crazy.
VTuber actually loves being a VTuber and they don't want to get fired. They had to quit their IRL job for this and they don't have anything else they can do at the moment. If Fallside had irresponsibly leaked their name, their identity, then Nijisanji would have terminated them, well, immediately, and Aster would have gotten away with it anyway. It's counterproductive, and this is why I won't leak it either. So look, even with the VTuber wanting to keep their job, the friends of the VTuber were seeing this injustice unfold and they couldn't just not do anything about it. They wanted the Nijisanji VTuber, their friend, to get their justice. This is why they reached out to Fallside. Here we can see a conversation with one of the VTuber's friends and Fallside. This was Fallside's first contact with this group of people. They agreed on a time to call and then went ahead and did it. During the call, the VTuber's friend showed him all the screenshots of the past logs we just saw of them talking about Aster and the harassment they had to endure.
This was
for a very
in
long
10, which is October? Okay, October 2nd.
time.
Okay.
The call lasted 1 hour. On November 11th, the Nijisanji English VTuber who was harassed by Aster had reached out to Fallside and added them on Discord saying, "Hey, thanks for accepting my request. Blank told me he sent you some things and I was wondering if you'd be able to have a call with me." This is referring to the friend of the VTuber that Fallside had called for an hour. And Fallside replied with, "Sure, not a problem. What time works for you?" This was when the VTuber would reveal to Fallside that Aster had done this not to just them, but to their friends, to multiple people. The VTuber initially thought that maybe he was just bad at communicating, but seeing the fact that he was doing it to so many people at the same time made them understand, okay, no, this guy's actually a creep.
Yeah, because I think maybe what ends up happening is because with those people, it's like if you're being creepy to someone and no one really, like everyone just distances, or everyone, like no one does anything in terms of like speak up, etc. They just feel uncomfortable. They just like avoid you and stuff. Then you feel like it's a normal behavior and thus you continue, right? I feel like that's one of the only things that makes sense in my head. Like why people would continue it and not understand this is a problem. Because if you like to talk with management's like, it's fine. Or like we'll talk to them and they never did, then Astro would keep doing it, right? Kind of weird.
And he would vary his creepiness level from person to person. With some people, he would tell them, "Oh man, you should really come to Japan. We could hold hands, sit in the same hotel room, have a great time." And to some others, he would be more inappropriate, mentioning things like how they should be naked together.
Chrome is 90% full screen OBS. I can see a tiny sliver in the bottom and right. Okay, let me check. Like that? Did I fix it? Let me know, because I think it's the resolution change, because this is 14. Okay, sorry, it's 1440p for me, and I usually stream in 4K, so the settings kind of slightly change. So sorry.
together.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Additionally, this VTuber had felt really guilty because they had brought
No
one of their
problem, Josh.
IRL friends from outside of Nijisanji to come and play games with them, plus some other friends, and Aster. After a certain period of time, that friend would then also receive inappropriate messages from Aster. The guy was an unapologetic fiend. The VTuber also had shared
Yeah, it's
DMs
crazy.
with Aster. They had streamed League of Legends together, and Aster really didn't like the banter that the VTuber had towards his jungling skills. The reason why this is significant is that due to the style of writing of this message, we can draw a parallel to the style of writing in these messages between Aster and Scarlet. This is simply how he talked. The pieces of the puzzle were starting to slowly come together at this point. Aster was manipulative, and he had many different victims to practice his manipulation tactics on. The information provided was already enough to shock the VTubing community to its core. But as you might have guessed, things only got worse from here and escalated further. Aster had debuted alongside two other male VTubers in the iLuna wave. One of those
Gets
VTubers
worse.
was Kyo. The thing with Kyo was that he had graduated around the time the Selen controversy was going on. He was done with the company.
Is,
and
Kyo,
left
is that
in
the guy that's is currently popular now because he's independent, right? Azukia? I'm not sure. Question mark.
February of 2024 after his final stream.
Yeah.
In March,
okay.
he went
This
independent
Quinn Bennett,
and
right?
became
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I think he now has a face reveal as well. I believe. Kind of cool.
Quinn Bennett.
Nickname Mr. Watt, Harry Potter, Quinette, Lightning McQueen.
And has been
That's
streaming
cute.
ever since. However, shortly after debuting at Nijisanji, he had created a podcast series with Aster and another VTuber by the name of Ren. The series
a
was
podcast.
short-lived, ending after 2 episodes. But people didn't really think much of it, assuming they were just busy and moved on. However, that all changed recently. Because very shortly after Falside's video, Quinn tweeted this, saying, "All I'm saying is there's a reason the podcast only lasted
What's up?
2 episodes. To many, the
Pause on the 3. Okay. What's up?
episodes. But
Oh,
people
sorry.
didn't really
Keep person space. The one left. His songs is the one we listen to. The one you sent me. Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. I got you. Okay. Is it still in the Nijisanji or independent or what? Distant. You gotta send me the song again for me to remember, but I see. That's cool.
think much of it, assuming they were just busy and moved
Still
on.
in the company.
However,
Okay.
that all changed
Gotcha.
recently. Because very shortly after Falside's video, Quinn tweeted this, saying, "All I'm saying is there's a reason the podcast only lasted 2 episodes." To many, this was a subtweet directed towards Aster. He was blaming Aster for the fact that the podcast ended so quickly. As you can imagine, this was a lot of fuel.
Okay. Oops. One sec. Oops, that's not the one. What the heck? Let me check a look. For just a second. Sorry, this is I'm going.
Something leading me into the light. A mystery.
What's this? This is nice. I see.
What's the real you? I can't escape, no. Just get a glimpse and then you're gone. You were
I see. Okay. I gotcha. Good song. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. I remember this. Yeah, really good voice. I like the song too. Oops,
乖乖。
sorry, different song. Yeah, thank you. Now I remember.
Added to the fire. Quinn then proceeded to add even more fuel by deleting the tweet, making
jump scare.
people want to talk about
It's
it
not a
even
jump scare.
more, thinking that he may have gotten in trouble with Nijisanji over this tweet. But then he made another tweet saying this, "Never mind. I feel it's irresponsible to be vague given the circumstances, and to be honest, I want to stay in my own lane.
Okay.
Even if I
I guess not
personally
create
dislike
drama?
someone, that doesn't give or remove credibility from a third-party story. My opinion wasn't meant to validate or validate someone else's experience, which is why I deleted the post. Hope that clears everything up. But by then, the damage was already done. Quinn knew he could just move on from it, so he tweeted out clearing things up, linking a Twitch stream. The stream was around 27 minutes long, and it was him talking about the situation at length. What he had to say did not in any way make Aster look good. Watch.
To hide this aspect of the puzzle piece. I really don't want to talk about this because if I don't talk about it, I'm seen as protecting a predator. If I do, I'm seen as being messy. So to be honest, I'm going to be as vague as possible. But another reason I didn't like this person is because there were some stories going around and some things I saw where they behaved weird towards women. Okay. Nothing criminal, nothing to the extent of what has recently come out. But I didn't like how they seemed kind of like they would like nag certain women about certain things or kind of put them in positions to feel guilty or pounce on like newer members that were in the company and that didn't know about this behavior. Like they were not the most healthy when they interacted with women. And I'm going to be honest about that. I'm not going to cover it up.
This was interesting because the wording he was using here, guilt tripping, for example, was the exact same wording that was used by Raziel when she spoke about Aster. This was lining up. But
I mean, it's a
Quinn
common word, but fair enough.
Obviously, he had way more to say.
So Quinn still was not talking about who he was? He said, oh, was he saying like one of the two people?
The interactions between women allegations. I witnessed some of them myself. Okay, I witnessed some
He
of them
can't.
myself. Some of them happened to
I
some of my
guess
friends.
not.
But I'm not going to say who, and I'm not going to say what. I'm just saying I didn't like it.
Key contract?
Like it, so I didn't like this person.
But
Okay.
isn't his contract void now because he's independent? Question mark? Or he can't, like, is it NDA whatever happens in the company? Like, and because it's technically like not illegal, like because it's not illegal, then he can't like leak it. Because I believe that, like, the only thing that you can leak is if it's something going on in the company and it's illegal, then the NDA does not work. Okay, I see.
This is bringing me back to my original point. Should you guys even know any of this shit from me? Should I be the one telling you this? Fuck no. Okay?
Well, there you have it. Quinn had seen this behavior happen to some of his female friends. But again, this was not everything he
said
had
where he
to
worked
say.
and then
It
he
got
worked with?
worse.
Since everyone is making me feel guilty for maybe covering up abuse or whatever, I will say in my personal, very biased opinion, okay? Take this with like 800 milligrams of sodium, enough for you to like die from sodium overdose. This, unfortunately, based off of what I have seen, does not seem like something that is completely out of character of behavior for this person to potentially do. Like, I could see a universe where this happens, okay? Is my point.
But if you've seen that happen, then what? If you've seen it happen firsthand, then why are you saying that it's not impossible for it to happen? I guess to the other person that leaked it or something?
I would never, ever see this happening. That's not how I feel. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. All right?
Now, it's really interesting
translate,
seeing
please.
this chat,
It's
right?
too vague for me. My brain cannot comprehend. I see your voice. Oh, doot, doot, doot. I find it. Does it ever? Yeah, it's true. It does. When things are like logic and facts, I'm like, yes, please. Send more of those. If you're straightforward, yes, please. But
Right,
it's
because
so
obviously he still
big.
has a lot of viewers that came from Nijisanji, and many of them are not happy about the fact that he's speaking out about this. Quinn, actually don't say that. Bro, you're saying too much. Question mark. Dude, just stop. Seriously. We have this massive allegation going on. He has a perspective that we're lacking right now. Someone who has worked with him directly, who's seen him interact with his friends.
It's believable whatever action Aster is being accused of. He doesn't know if they actually are true, but it's believable based on the character of Aster. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I thought as well. Okay. Thank you.
Weird, creepy way, and they're asking him to shut up. It's crazy. His last statement here is actually massive. You see, if I knew someone and they were being accused of something, and I knew for a fact, nah,
Not confirming the action, but he's confirming the character. Okay.
Never do that.
He's saying, like, from my personal experiences, it is possible that this, like, I can see this being done. As in, I'm not. Okay, I got it, I got it.
I would back them up and I'd say, listen, as far as I know, they had never done this around me, and I just don't see them doing it. But Quinn had a completely different thing to say, saying, listen, guys, I just don't see it as impossible. Like, this kind of aligns with the person I knew. And at this point, with every single instance involving Aster over the last year, Nijisanji can't keep shielding him anymore. We need accountability. One thing that
I mean,
no
they
one
can.
was
They
expecting.
can still shield him. It doesn't matter. They can just pretend nothing happened. But I think they said that independent third party investigation, which I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen, as usual. Like no things ever were found, but it's just like damage control. Feels like.
Including myself, is the fact that Nijisanji put out a statement fairly quickly about this, saying, "Thank you for your continued support of Nijisanji and Nijisanji-en. Regarding the recent controversy, AnyColor has determined the following course of action. We have initiated an independent third-party investigation into these issues and will share the outcome with our livers and our community. This investigation will focus on the issues of sexual harassment and unauthorized information leakage to
Yeah.
outside parties and will include a
Unauthorized. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna look at the first thing, but most likely they're just gonna punish the person who leaked it. Unauthorized information leakage to outside parties. So they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna fire what we came up with. Nothing like the top thing happened, but leakers, yeah, you get fired and you get sued.
thorough review of company policies and their
It's crazy, man.
implementation. Based on the outcome of this investigation, appropriate disciplinary actions will be taken and updated policies will be shared with our livers and our community. AnyColor is committed to a safe and community-focused environment free
For sure.
from any type of inappropriate behavior. For all
AnyColor,
inquiries
what
related to this
happened
matter,
last
please
year?
contact AnyColor Inc. Now, typically when a corporation says a third-party investigation will take place, it doesn't really mean much. If you guys remember,
It's
that's
the
what
same
Mr.
thing as like I was about to say, literally about the same thing. Like Mr. Beast reaching out, being like, "Yeah, we're doing a third-party investigation to conduct investigation, blah blah, blah, see what's wrong with the company." And they're like, "Yep, they didn't find anything. Fair enough."
Beast did with his own company and found himself not guilty. Great. And what worries me here is that not only will they focus on issues of sexual harassment, but they'll also focus on unauthorized information leakage to outside parties. Which tells
Yeah.
me they're probably going to focus on the VTuber who leaked this information
yep.
rather than Aster Arcadia.
Yep.
We'll see what
Literally
happens,
that.
I guess. But I'm not very optimistic. I can guarantee you, though, that behind the scenes right now,
bro.
it is an absolute...
Do people still use like bright, like, so what's it called, day mode, night mode? Or like I love night mode because it doesn't damage my eyes so much. Holy, light mode. Thank you. I'm just dying here. Yes,
mass at
it's so
VG
weird. I
Summit.
feel like every time I see an option to use the dark mode, I just use it right away because it just feels so much nicer to the eyes. It's not bright on your screen, really? Okay, maybe my I need to change my screen setting on my monitor itself. It's just really bright. My eyes are like dying. Maybe because I'm sick as well.
After false
It is bright. Okay. Alright. But yeah, it's like I always use the dark mode. It just feels so much nicer. But for some reason some websites still don't have it. Like I think I do have a MacBook that I use as well. And like I just go to dark mode by default, and I believe I even have the Chrome extensions that allow you to turn any page to dark mode.
Sides
that's
video
just
had
me.
released, Aster
Personal preference, I
immediately
guess.
set his chat on his channel to subscribers only mode. You need to have been subscribed for at least 24 hours before you can even send messages. He then posted this in his stream chat saying, "I will have to postpone the cooking stream. Sorry,
Oh, missing some stuff.
and
Sure,
setup is
sure.
complicated.
That's
Thanks
really how
for
it
your
works. Yes,
understanding.
yes.
It's currently been delayed by around a week." So he's very well aware of it. Nijisanji has told us that they are aware of this too now. What happens remains to be seen, but there's clear favoritism in Nijisanji.
Sorry, I'm
We
missing
know
some
this.
stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, of course they'll like they promote their top talent, the people who make the most money, and then it'd be like, screw you, whoever is like coming new person or whatever else. It's kind of crazy, but I guess it kind of makes sense. All my stuff are at the lowest brightness and always in dark mode. Same. I think right now I currently also have the like a low energy slash what is it called, night mode. After 9 p.m. on my monitor, it becomes like very yellow, but it's way better for the eyes.
By now, so I'm not very optimistic.
He's actually not but why are they protecting them then? Is there like anyone who's okay, let me see. Nijisanji popularity ranking? Popularity ranking. I mean, I guess these are Japanese. We got Kuzuha, which of course makes sense. Hyakuman No Kane, yep, I've heard of him. Vox, yeah. Tsukimomito, never heard. Mysterious, Hoshikawasara, Kinmochi Toy. So all these are like Japanese only, it seems like. So the first one will be Luka Kaneshiro. I think Ike as well. Please wait, what? Wait, what? What'd you post, Joshua? The heck? Did you have like a something dot something? I'm sorry, Joshua. After Lux? Okay, okay. I guess that makes that could be like a okay, okay. Gotcha. Sorry, Joshua. Maybe it is a link if you type it in, but I'm kind of scared. I like this design. I like Gyarus. But I think Luca Kaneshiro is the first English-speaking one. I think Ike Eveland I heard as well. Sasaki Saku. Yeah, all of them. Majority of them seem like they're. Yashiro Kizuku looks like an office worker. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, that looks cute. Ibrahim. Okay, so it seems like only 2 people here are English speaking in the top 25 of Hololive. Sorry. Wait, this is Hololive, no? Isn't it? Oh, Nijisanji. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Nijisanji. I was like, because it says Hololist, so I was confused. Vox Akuma. Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. Kane Ratna Petit. Interesting. That's cool. I don't know. Well, I do not know them. I don't look at too many of YouTubers. A lot of EN and stuff. Okay. I'm sorry, then it's my fault. That is just me not knowing VTubers. Oh yeah, it's crazy.
But hey, I just hope that
So
the
he's not even that popular, but still they're protecting him that much. It's kind of. I guess it's just the company itself. It's weird. So that kind of makes sense.
people he harassed can get their peace. If something else happens, I will keep you updated though. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Mwah.
Mwah. I love these thumbnails, bro. Thoughts on flying to Japan? Oh yeah, I'll send you guys a link for the Mujin video as well. Great content, honestly. He's like the least popular VTubers in EN in the whole. What? This makes no sense.